Alright, so the Smismass 2016 update did come out, and unfortunately I only got 2 out of the, I think, 16 that I suggested. I was very, very off by what people wanted, I guess. A lot of people weren't very satisfied with the Smismass 2016 update, so I figured I would not aid to that stream of negativity. I thought it was a pretty okay update. It wasn't the best. I wish we had gotten more out of it, but I'm gonna hope that there's more coming that maybe we could look forward to later. So instead of doing that, I figured I'd show off my Festive collection. You can probably see the entire thing right here. I could probably just end the video here, but I'm going to go into a little bit in depth about how I feel about each of these weapons and their history, about how long I've had them. Now, the top portion, as you might be able to notice, is, those are Tough Break and Gunmetal skins that I've festivized. Those are my favorites. A lot of them are my favorites. I love them. And the bottom portion is just basic weapons. There's a new crown jewel of my collection that I just received today as part of a Christmas present. You know, for myself. I bought it myself. Well, I had a friend, Aid. He gave me a $20 Steam card. Thanks, friend. Anyway, I do have it lined up here in terms of, for the gunmetal, in terms of rare, the most rare all the way to, like, the least rare that I have. I do have a few other ones over there, but they're not festivized. Anyway, this is my Killer Bee. I love the Killer Bee. I wanted it ever since I saw it. I like how battle scarred it is, especially with these little things, which I hear are like insignias to indicate how many successful missions this weapon has been on. And this one hasn't been on all that many. This is a lie. I bought this at a pawn shop. But I like it. I think it's decent. This is my Blue Mew rocket launcher. I don't know how many kills it has on it. 358. It's got cats and dogs. I love cats and dogs. So I bought the rocket launcher. I find it very odd that it's just hollow. The rocket launchers are just hollow. You can see right through them. It's kind of depressing. This is my carpet bomber. The carpet bomber was another one I saw, and I was like, I really like that design. So I went and bought one, and then when the Tough Break update came out, of course, I festivized it. It is one of the only ones that I know of that is team colored, so that's nice. This is a cat minigun. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if a lot of people know this about me, but I love cats. I really do. That's not a lie. I love cats. This is like the third one I'm gonna say this on. I saw this design. I loved it. I went and bought one because I loved this design. I loved this electricity thing and these little particles. I absolutely loved it. The spark of life. It's probably like one of my favorite mediguns. You know, I personally, unpopular opinion, I loved the Tough Breaking Gunmetal updates. I loved these skins. They feel pretty unique to me. Anyway, this is my Blue Mew pistol. 61 kills on it, as you can see there. It's a Blue Mew pistol. I got it for the same reason I got the rocket launcher. It's a pretty okay weapon. This is my Kamikaze Light Show that I've named it. It's like a World War II military themed whatever. Thus why I named it the Kamikaze Light Show, because it's all festivized and whatever. It's pretty cool. 105 kills. Don't play Demo Man a lot anymore. Don't really play the game a whole lot anymore, actually. Wish I could get back into it and play it like every day. But I can't. This is probably used to be my crown jewel, just because I play engineer a lot. Tough Break added wrenches, and this one was my favorite. the Airwolf wrench, or as I think I named it, the Christmas Sapper Brake. Haha, get it? It's not very funny. I kinda hate myself for naming it that. But the Christmas, Airwolf wrench, it's pretty standard. It's along in the same collection with the Kamikaze Light Show. This I own. I don't play Spy a whole lot. I just wanted a festive knife. Tough Break was my chance to get a festive knife, so I got a festive knife. I'm really not a fan of how... I'm just noticing this, actually. I'm not a fan of how the batteries are really small on the knife. And I'll tell you why. Those are still AA batteries. AAAs, whatever. They're still those kinds of batteries. But they're really small. They don't make AAs or AAAs that small. You could have made it like a watch battery or something. I would have been fine. But they didn't. This is my shotgun. I actually do really love this shotgun. I like the electricity feel on it. Another unpopular opinion. I know Gunmetal and Tough Break were two updates that people really... Well, Gunmetal specifically, people really didn't like the weapons, how they were colored. They were very plain and simple. People really didn't like it. This was a weapon skin that I think a lot of people really loved. The ones that came in this skin, specifically, like the rocket launcher and the medigun, it's the High Rollers rocket launcher. I festivized it. And this one took me a long time to get, because you might notice the little pink chip there. I wanted that pink chip. It's a balloonicorn, and I wanted it. But I had to get it. But I did finally get it. This is a coffin nail scattergun. I like the feel on this one too, so I festivized it. Are you starting to see a trend here? I just kind of like the way they look, so I festivized them. Then I keep them around. I also like the insignia here. I think every class got an insignia in this collection. This is a coffin nail shotgun. I really love this one. I just really love this one. It's Christmas lights. It's a shotgun. It's like a cigarette for the barrel. I like that. I thought this was a really neat idea. Anyway, we finished Gunmetal and Tough Break land up here. So we're gonna move down here. Can't inspect these. But this is my Festive Force of Nature. I really love the Force of Nature. I wish I was better with Scout in general, so I could use it a little more often. But I'm not that great at Scout. But nonetheless, I have this. Now this is a Sandman I've had for a very long time. I didn't buy this specifically for this update. I just had a strange Sandman, so I festivized it. No big deal. It's... I still love the Sandman. I used it a lot at one point. But I don't really use it a whole lot anymore. Now, I use this a lot. I don't really get a lot of kills with melee weapons, though. I'm too stupid to figure out how to pull that out. So I usually don't get a lot of kills with melee weapons. But I do love the Holy Macro, for what it's worth. The Buff Banner and the Back Burner and the Uber Saw. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. These are not strange. To some people that might not be a big deal, but to me it is. To me, if I own a strange of something, that means that I highly regard that weapon or that skin as being worthy enough for me to put the extra money in to track my kills with it to show how much I actually use it. These three are not in that category. And what I said might be kind of contradictory, because I have a lot of weapons here. You might notice they don't have a lot of kills on them, but I have strange weapons for them. You know, especially the Wrangler. But yeah, it's these I just didn't feel the need to go out of my way to get a Strange of them. They are really good weapons for what they're worth. I actually thought about getting the Strange Festive Uber Saw, and maybe later down the line. I like the belt. But yeah, the Buff Banner, the Back Burner, and the Uber Saw, I love them, but I wish I could just get more use out of them. This is one that I really like, the Scottish Resistance. Dude, I really love the Scottish Resistance. I really tried to get this to uncharitable at one point in time, but then I just stopped playing the game. For some reason. I just kind of stopped playing, and I never got it to uncharitable, but it's very close, as you can see. It's 89. I don't use it a whole lot anymore, because most of the time I'm doing shenanigans on Engineer now. But yeah, Scottish Resistance, it's okay. This is the Natasha. I did buy the Natasha specifically because of the new Smismass update. I didn't have a Natasha Strange Festive one. Now I have it. I heard it was really good at one time, but then I started hearing it wasn't good anymore. The stats look pretty okay. They look reasonable. Always slows targets. A 20% damage resistance if I'm below 50% health. The slower spin up time might be problematic, but it can't be worse than the Brass Beast, right? Anyway, this I just bought recently. I'm an Engineer main, for those of you who don't know. I have an Australian friend do justice, but I used to use the Festive one because when Christmas came around, I just felt like it was nice to have a Christmas gun to have, because it used to be the only Festive I owned because I played Engineer that much, and it warranted having this. This is another one that I have. I love the Wrangler. I don't really get a whole lot of kills with it because, you know, I'm not that smart. I don't have a very good game sense. So I don't remember when to, like, pull out the Wrangler, and then when I die, I'm like, should have pulled out the Wrangler. That would have helped me a lot. But yeah. I'm actually just noticing that of all the classes that I have Festives for, the Medic is the one I have the most for. I believe. Because I got 6 for the Medic. That's pretty neat. Anyway, this is another new one. This is one of the ones I got right, actually, in the video that I put out, was the Festive Jag. I love the Jag. So, I got one of them right, and I feel pretty good about that. I don't remember what... The Kritzkrieg was the other one that I got right. I am a little salty about the Smismass update for one big reason, and that's the Spycicle. So far, I haven't really found anyone who's kind of agreed with me on this, but I don't feel like the Spycicle needed a Festive quite yet. And I'll explain why. I feel like there are other spy knives that are much better than the Spycicle. But that's not my biggest reason. My biggest reason is because the Spycicle was actually a Christmas weapon to begin with. It was released during a Christmas update back when it wasn't Smismass, it was Australian Christmas. So yeah, I don't feel like the Spycicle had a place in the Festive realm, you know? I just didn't feel like that was a thing that it needed. The Your Eternal Reward, the Conniver's Kunai, the Big Earner that's become pretty popular since it got a buff too. All of those, they would be much better choices than the Spycicle, which is why I don't have it here. Actually, I'm lying to you. I got a Spycicle 2 Festive eyes. But that's because I'm trying to collect them all this year. Eventually, I hope to at least have at least one of each of these, even if they're not strange. Like, I want just a normal Festive wrench, but I'm probably not going to get it strange. I'm probably just going to get it regular, because I'm probably going to just use this one if I want to use a strange one that badly. I'm probably just going to use that one. Anyway, back to the Festives. This is my Crusader's crossbow. It's pretty. It's actually, at first glance, the Crusader's crossbow doesn't look all that amazing, because, I feel like, here's the thing with Valve that I feel like they're doing with some of these weapons wrong. This, like, with the Force of Nature's weapon reload an entire clip at once, I feel like that should definitely be in blue writing, because that's pretty useful. Even though it's got like I think it's got like a kind of slower reload speed than if you were to just pump them one at a time, you know. If somebody's just skimming through these weapons and looking at the pros and the cons, excuse me. If they're just looking through the pros and the cons, like here, 100% critical hit, extinguishing teammates restores so much health. This looks pretty good. Like, this is a pretty good sticky bomb launcher at first glance. Of course, if you actually play with it, you know it's probably not all that great, but it is useful. It's got its use, with its only downside being an 0.8 second slower bomb arm time. The Crusader's crossbow, it has no upsides. If I'm just looking at this from a glance, if I'm just looking to see what could this weapon provide me, I just have less max primary ammo, and I can't deal headshots with the crossbow. Now, of course, I don't remember what it did before the update that changed it, but I know now it heals people and it deals damage based on how far it traveled to hit that person. That's pretty good. But ooh, it looks pretty bad if I'm looking at it from like pretty far away. Anyway, back to this. The Strange Quick Fix was another one that I bought specifically for this. I've had a few of them. I would buy one, then I'd sell it off, because it's like I pretty much use stock exclusively unless somebody suggests he use like the Crits Creek or whatever, which we'll get to in a second. It's just, man, I like the Quick Fix, but you know, I was never able to hold on to a Strange, even though I wanted one, and now I have one. Again, for like the 5th time in my life. This is the Festive Ubersaw. I've already covered it. You know, I like the Ubersaw. I'm thinking again about maybe getting a Strange one. Now this is the new prized crown of my entire Festive collection. It's a Strange Festive Kritzkrieg. I like the Kritzkrieg, and I always wanted a Strange, but I was like, $35 just does not warrant it. Because the only way I could like buy it and guarantee that I would get what I want is to just buy it off the market, and $35 is relatively cheap. I could make that in a single day's work, you know? But it just wasn't worth it to buy this. But people were selling it for $35 again, even when it was festivized. So I was like, man, I have to take the deal, and I jumped on it, and I got it. You know, I got it. I named it Ask Nicely. Some people might get that. I get that. I have a friend that gets that. And that's all that matters to me. I'm not gonna explain it right now. And this is the last one in my collection, the Bone Saw. I love the Bone Saw. It's you know, it's just the Bone Saw. It's a stock. It's reliable. That's about all I got to say about the Bone Saw, is that it is reliable. Now, I hope to one day complete this collection and have one of at least every festive weapon, strange or not strange. I'll have to sort that out. I'm actually missing a few here. I'm pretty sure. Let's go on a hunt. I swear I searched through it and I made sure that I had gotten all of them. I almost included things like, you know, the Holiday Punch and the Rap Assassin, but I figured those don't count as festives. Where is it? I know it's here. I still have it. I know I do. I don't think I missed them earlier. I sorted this out way earlier. Yeah, okay, so here's the few that I have. I also have the Strange Festive Islander. And I also have the Strange Festive Sapper. I feel like these are two really good weapons. You know, this is stock, like I said. Stock is always reliable to me. And this is... I don't play Demo Man much, again. And, you know, I just don't play Devilman much. That's pretty much it. And while we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and show this off. This is my Australian Frontier Justice that I was talking about just like a few minutes ago. Anyway, I was pretty sure I had a Festive Charge and Targe. I think I might have sold it because I don't use the Charge and Targe a lot. And so I was like, it's really not worth keeping this around, but let's check. Yeah, I do have a Festive Charge and Targe. There it is. It's a Charge and Targe. That's pretty much it. Anyway, that's all my Festives. This video was a little disorganized. I'm just doing it off the cuff. It's probably not going to be edited. I'm probably just going to upload it uncut. It's just a side video I decided to make while I was here. You know. I think this was a good year all around, you know. It could have been better for TF2, I think. But, you know, it is what it is, and I love these weapons with all my heart. I want to finish my collection one day, and then after I've finished it, it should be easier to keep up with every subsequent year, because I won't have to, like, you know, go find all the older, rarer ones. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice Christmas and a nice Smismass. Let's hope for an update before June.